Well, I have been developing games for about 10 years now, actually. So you could say I have some experience, but Roche Fusion is definitely the first big game and the first one that I want to have commercially successful, if possible. The team behind Roche Fusion is 7 heads strong. However, none of us are actually working full-time. We have 2 programmers and 3 people for sound, for example. The sound people are only working part-time. And I really play a lot of different games, so I also make a lot of different games. But a lot of them really focus on having some sort of key mechanic, and mostly it's something action-y because I just like those sort of games. My motivation behind Roche Fusion really was to make a game that I wanted to play, specifically in my free time. There are of course a lot of games you can play, but I sort of missed the game that I could just pick up for 10-15 minutes and just play for a bit of action, for a bit of fun. We really take inspiration from a lot of different sources. One of our developers, our artist specifically, is really into old shoot 'em ups, so he knows all those games and he just has played dozens of them and always brings ideas from those games to the table. But we're also pretty creative and just have our own ideas, or listen to the fans, of course. I think the most favorite part of developing Roche Fusion, or any game for that matter, is seeing people have fun with it. There are a lot of things about the development process, like tweaking some graphical effect or implementing something really cool. In my case, it's mostly explosions, because that's sort of what I'm in charge of, all the graphical stuff. That stuff is really cool, but in the end, you want to have players that have fun in your game, and that is the most rewarding thing. User feedback is really important for us. It's almost essential, I would say, because there are so many variables that can change how the game plays, and we have to constantly test the balance of the game and see that every new feature is fun, that users understand them as well. Because we make those features, we know how they work, but some things just aren't really clear to some people, and we have to be careful with that. We actually have a pretty small interval for our release date. I can't give an exact date at this point, but it's definitely going to be the end of the year.